Do you want to know what the secret ingredient to groovy rock and metal riffs is? It is the most brutal, most evil, most metal instrument ever. The shaker. Jokes aside, hi, I'm Stefan from Mix66, and in this video I want to talk about how you can use a shaker to enhance the feel and the groove of your productions. Nowadays, many bands are using shakers or other percussive elements to enhance the drive of their riffs. And one of the first bands to do so is also one of the most important rock and metal bands of all times. It is my boy Lars with his friends over at Metallica. In their 1991 release, the Black Album or self-titled Metallica album, they used shakers quite a lot. And we will listen to some examples later so you can hear really the difference the shaker is making. But first of all, I want to tell you two stories about Metallica and shakers. The first one is from a friend of mine, a drummer, who wanted to cover Sad But True by Metallica with a band. Although they were great musicians and they rehearsed a lot, they couldn't recreate the feeling of the main riff from Sad But True. They spent hours figuring out why that was so, until they noticed that in the original there is a shaker that drives the whole thing. It creates a unique feel that is so special to this groove of Sad But True. Something similar happened to me during my morning routine. Every morning I listen to a reference playlist with reference mixes from various genres, and I listen to that every day in the morning to calibrate my ears, so to speak. I encourage you to try that out. It is a great way in the morning to zero out your ears, get familiar once again with your listening environment, so your ears are calibrated when you start working on your great music. So what happened? I listened once again to Metallica's Enter Sandman, a song that I have heard, I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Anyway, I was listening to the intro and I noticed this percussive sound coming out of the left speaker. First, I thought it was my boy Lars here playing the hi-hat on the offbeat with his left foot. But then I realized, well, Metallica and band drums, that doesn't go together. If you have noticed, the drums in Metallica are always in the center. They are not bent, so to say, they are mono. And then I thought, well, maybe it is a shaker. And in fact, I found a drumless version of Enter Sandman on YouTube and it has a shaker in it. So these are my two little stories about Metallica and shakers, and now let's jump into the DAW and hear some examples. First of all, I hope you are listening to this on a good listening system, so headphones or studio speakers. If you are listening to this on your laptop or your smartphone, then I would encourage you to grab some headphones. So here we have a little project with 3 Metallica songs. Let's start with the first one, Enter Sandman. Focus on your left speaker or your left headphone when the drums are kicking in. There is a shaker in it, playing 8 notes with an accent on the offbeat. The shaker keeps on playing when the main riff kicks in, only that there you can't hear it as good because Lars is playing an open hi-hat and the open hi-hat is masking the shaker. As I said earlier, I found a drumless version of it on YouTube, and you can hear that there is indeed a shaker. Let's jump to the main riff. Awesome, I really like how the shaker is adding some drive to the song. Have you ever noticed the shaker before? Let me know in the comments. The next song we will listen to is Sad But True. Let's have a listen and see if you can spot the shaker. Also here, I found a drumless version on YouTube to prove that there is a shaker in it. But I found also another version of it on YouTube, a pre-production from February 5th, 1991. So this is not the final version on the album, but some studio recording of Metallica rehearsing the song. And there is no shaker in it. And you can hear how this version just doesn't have the drive and the groove of the final version. Of course, it being only a studio recording and not a final master has also something to do with that, but I think the main thing is the missing shaker. Listen to it. Also notice how awesome these drums sound, even if it's only a demo. Just for fun, I have added a shaker to this demo version of Zapper True. Listen to the demo version with my programmed shaker. Now without shaker. Isn't it crazy what a difference this shaker playing 16th notes makes? Lastly, I have found another drumless video of Metallica on YouTube, Wherever I May Roam, again as the other two songs from their 1991 album, Black Album or Metallica. Listen to the shaker when the verse kicks in. I love how this little percussive element makes you want to maybe not bang your head, but at least shake it. I hope this video encouraged you to try out new things in your productions, to try out new percussive elements, shakers or whatever. You could try congas, bongas. The possibilities are endless. Try out and who knows, maybe a shaker is exactly the one thing you need to get your production from good to great. And if you are a music producer who wants to build a long-lasting, successful career, then I have something for you. I have created the Mix 66 Career Diagnosis. This is a 4-part questionnaire that helps you identifying your weaknesses as a music producer. It covers your core skills as a music producer, the business skills, fulfillment skills, and also your health. You will get guides with additional resources so you can overcome these roadblocks and build the sustainable career that you have always dreamed of. As always, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button and see you next time. Bye.